Yo, what's up guys? Back with another video on should you buy this track. So I'm going to start these newly. So this being part 1. We're here at Maggiora JV track. It's a replica of the MxGP track. So basically any tracks that you have to pay for, I will review them and give my thoughts and whether you should buy them or not. So I'll start off with this one, seeing as it's the latest JV track and the latest one I have bought off the site, because I know there's a lot of guys going on about, oh, you shouldn't have to pay for tracks and so on. But man, they just want to get paid to do a job. It's probably actually their job, I would imagine. They might have another actual job, but I mean, they put so much work into it, it's kind of worth the money, and it's only £2. It's not a lot. But yeah, so let's get into it. So should you buy it? Straight off the bat, I would say yes. And why you should buy it is because if you were thinking of taking your racing further, like on pro, this would be a great track to practice on, because it is definitely, I would say, the hardest track we've done in the Pro Championship this season yet. Just the hills and so on, man, it takes a while to get used to, as I try to get used to them myself. So that is one reason. And also, man, if you want to learn how to scrub these tracks, especially this one, there's one or two good jumps where you can really learn how to scrub. I will show you as I get to it. Forgive me, first few laps again of the day is always trash. So jump number 1 and learn how to scrub on this track, I would say, will be right here. So you can really just throw it out there. Just be careful on the landing. Gentlemen, I mean, these are the tracks that made me progress quick in the game. I'm qualifying for pro races and I've low hours in the game. I'm still not at 300 hours, halfway. I'm at 259 right now, I think. But man, these tracks are great for learning. And they flow, man. I mean, all the JV's tracks, they just flow really good. I would put him out there as one of the best builders in the game. These tracks, man, they're just phenomenal work. It's crazy the amount of hours he must put in. So big props to him. And these hills, man, you can tell, it's just the hours he would have had to put in just to get these all dialed and perfect. Now up here the bike does get sketchy, but you can control it once you figure out how to do so. And I will, I'll be honest as I can be with these tracks. Each race I've done so far, I've bought every one of these tracks, man, and there's not one I regret buying. But I'm sure there will be one where I'll be yeah, I wouldn't buy this because of whatever reason. There's always going to be one, so there will be honest opinions. Oh, boys, are getting sketchy. Sure, man, I mess around and I download a lot of tracks. I try out a lot of tracks, and there has been tracks where I have got off the sites and they're free, and then you're these tracks aren't really good. Number one, it's probably because they're for free and guys don't really want to put a lot of hours into free things. So when you are paying for something, you are going to get the highest quality possible. Oh man, I'm struggling. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is tracks out there that are free. For instance, there's Lommel 2013. That's a pretty old track, and man, that track still rides good to this day. And to me, that track is worth money. I would pay to actually ride that track. But this basically saves ye, buying a track, and then you're oh no, I don't know what it's going to ride or I want to hear someone's thoughts on it, so I can give you my thoughts and opinion on it before you go and buy the track. Man, it's the most difficult track, but it's a track that will make you a lot quicker at the game. I've noticed, I've done 2 races on this track, and I probably put max 3 hours on this track so far, and I'm still struggling with it because it's just a tough track. But if I was fully concentrating and not talking and it was a race, I would flow around it much better, as you can see. I mean, if you just look at the ruts, if you take forest, these beginner tracks, for instance, it's just flat turns the majority of the time, maybe 1 or 2, I wouldn't even call them ruts, berms. But whether this this uphill is all about throttle control, you will learn you learn throttle control with this. you learn how to whip. I can do a video on that too if you want, on how to whip. And like overall, this track will just teach you like how to control the bike, throttle control, and then cornering as well is a big thing because there's a lot of turns in this track. And like there's an off camber just like there. And like it'll teach you check out for jumps. Like it's not a track you can just send everything. So it really does like get you thinking and just overall get better at the game. And man, it feels fun, like some of these jumps just give you a big pop as I did not mean to hit that. I saved it just about. But yeah man, like some of these jumps give you a big pop and you just hit the jump, you're like, whoa, that felt good. Like the other tracks you want to be on tracks and it's just like, yeah, it's kind of boring. The all JV tracks, man, there's something about like each part that will catch you by surprise. Like it was the jumps on this one is the way like it just sends you into the air and like you have to like scrub or let off and just teaching you different things. It's just crazy what these guys can do, man. Like I'm sure like you could put hours into it yourself, you'll come up with something, but just to get it this good would be very, very difficult. So big props to all you track builders out there. I'll try this middle rod. Oh man, messed it up a little. Like there's so many lines you can take. I will go inside all the time here because it just is quicker, but like, you know, if you're just messing around and so on. Like going over that jump, if you watch it in the replay and if you're whipping, man, it looks so sick. You can really see like the bike being leaned over. Whoa, we nearly went upside down, man. I just sent it way too big. But as you can see, like I'm still practically learning how to, like I know how to whip, but I can't like whip and scrub like every jump. Well, I know not every jump is possible to scrub or whip, but some jumps that I know you could scrub, I would fail to do so. And like whipping, man, it kind of comes with time, but like there is a trick to it. I have figured it out slightly. Still not the best at them, but I can do them the majority of the time. Yeah, man, overall, like, it's this track, man, I watched it. Like, I know some guys aren't familiar with the GPs, they probably just don't follow them. But they raced this track in real life, and they had an MX of Nations race in this as well. I do not remember the year, but I remember they did run an MX of Nations event in this track. And they still to this day run the MX GPs on it. So it's kind of cool, like you watch, like, you know, you watch them in real life and then you get to ride them. But I would definitely recommend this track to drop like your lap times, not just on this track, on every other track. I mean, you just spend, all I ask, like if you should spend, let's just say 3 hours max on this track, go to a track where like you're okay at and you can't beat the time. Like guarantee you'll find that track a lot more easier just from riding tough tracks like this. Like it just make easier tracks not feel as tough. So yeah, I'll do. I'm not gonna just do all JV tracks too. I'll do any tracks that I buy really that I think, oh yeah, that track will be good. But if you guys like see a track and you're not too sure if you want to buy it, all you have to do is just let me know. You can private message me on my socials, which I'll put in the description, or you can just comment and I will get them tracks up there for you to view before you buy. I'll try to do them like the day they release or the next day. Which I'm like, so basically every JV track that has been released I would recommend. I mean, there's not one of them that has like a negative vibe about it. Like they're all just flowing real, man. Like it's just sick the work they can like produce. And I don't really think I'll do like videos on like free tracks because I feel like they're free so you could just download them. But if you want to save the hassle of downloading, again, recommend them and I'll do them as well. But just doing the ones that cost money, so like you don't really waste your money on buying something that you don't know nothing about. Like it really gets you thinking, man, about corners and just this track would like test your ability, like how good you are at the game. This would really test. To get that inside route is pretty tricky, man. So yeah, guys, and I'm appreciating all the support lately on the channel. We've now hit 93 subscribers as I record this video. So we're not too far off 100, which I never expected to even get like close to 100. So I honestly do appreciate all the support. And I know it's so fun coming in here watching me stack it. No, but what progress, man. Like when I do like actual races and put up my qualifying lap times and stuff, that's when you can see where I'm at with the game, because I truly concentrate then. Like I'm a kind of guy, I can't like play and talk at the same time, even though I'm trying to get into that just for videos. So like I need full concentration, man. Like I know there's like guys out there, they can like take Lens for like an example. That dude can talk during like a pro race and still win. Man, if I was talking like through qualifying, half the time I wouldn't even be able to do a lap. Well, I'll probably do a lap, but talking through like a big race would not be a thing I could do at the moment. But yeah, man, I mean, like this track offers everything. There's all different lines you can take. Some lines are harder than others, just like that one. And these physics, man, really do play up at times. I feel like sometimes the physics can give tracks a bad name. Like I know there was guys complaining about the uphill physics, and now I'm not gonna lie, I did ask why that was, but it's just to do with the actual like physics of the game, nothing to do with the actual track. But like there is a track out there called Fox Hills, and the hills are like steeper than this, and there is like one or two of them hills where it's like straight out of a turn up the hill, and the physics don't really act up. So I don't know, is it just the guy figure out how to do that, or how that ended up happening? But I mean, like up this hill is fine. It's like literally the slower you go, the worse the physics will get. So you want to carry the momentum and keep the speed up. Yeah, man. I mean, like these tracks have like, you could get sick videos on it for whips and corners and whatever you want, and you can get like pictures, man. I mean, like it's just the view. We'll get to the highest point of this track in 1 second. We'll just stop just to take it in, just to show JB we actually appreciate his work. I'm sure he already knows, but it's always nice to see somebody appreciating your work. Makes it all worthwhile. But man, like I know there is gonna be guys now that are gonna like see this track and they'll probably buy it and they'll try it and they'll be like, oh, it's so hard, no, I'm not playing it no more. And that's when you stop progressing. You should stick with it, man, and that's like, it takes time. It's not like you just jump on and, oh, I can be good at this track. It genuinely takes time. So just put a few hours in. I'm going to say 3 hours max, but it depends where you are on the game. Like if you're very new, I would still recommend this track, of course, but you're just going to find it a bit more difficult, and it's going to take you longer than it would for the average player to get good at it. So as I'm up here at the top, like we'll just stop here for a second. I mean, man, like you look down there, just the views. Hold up, can we get up through this way? As I literally messed all that up. Hold up, I think I know where I can view this track from another point. But yeah, man, like every JV track that gets released and like at a good tracks, I would always like just stop at, like the highest point of the track. Like we could just stop here somewhere and just look around and just see all the detail he has put in. Like if you look down at the pits over here, like there's just so much detail. It's not like just a track just thrown out there. You know, these guys actually do take the time and put a lot of work and effort into it. Like you have all the rigs, the factory rigs and so on. Like what have you? You have South Bay. I'm full sure that is actually a team in this game. It's pretty sick, man. I mean, like, and one thing I actually always look for in these tracks is I look for a hidden track. Like sometimes I'm like, maybe they put a hidden track in there for us to figure out. So I will go off track, go around the boundaries and see if I can find anything. But not as of yet. But maybe one day we'll get a surprise. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's going to be these videos. I'd recommend what tracks I think are good, and I'll also put out there what tracks I think are bad. So like I'll give my honest opinion. So this being part one, number one track that I recommend is JV's track here at Maggiora or Maggiora. I mean, man, the track's phenomenal. I've nothing bad to say about it. And it's for £2, man. I mean, like it is nothing. I understand for the kids who play this game, like the younger guys who don't get paid. It's probably hard to get the $2, but I mean, man, like for the guys who work and stuff, that's what I don't get. Like you work, okay, I understand you have family and stuff, but like £2, man. I'm sure you're gonna go buy a soda or something for that. Like, be healthy. Don't buy a soda. Save your teeth and buy this track. You know, well, like it costs nothing. It's only £2, man. I don't know. I suppose it's just a personal thing. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's probably coming to the end of this video now. And if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more like reviews and tracks, like these beautiful tracks or whatever tracks you want me to review, do let me know in the comments and like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.